like fate. Like we found our soulmate calling to us from another life. Time and time again, regardless of our opposite circumstances, the world brought us together. And when we found ourselves needing each other the most, fate had finally brought us together in this life. When you are gone from me, I am lost. And when you are with me, I live in fear of when you won't be. I owe you my everything, and I vow to pay that back in this life and in the next. I love you. I'm going to keep loving you unto eternity.
It's all about a choice now. I tried to keep this brief, but the poet in me can't seem to be held back when it comes to you. Rueben, darling, my love. That's what I've been calling you for the past 6 years because that's what you are to me. You are comfort and light and laughter. And it wasn't anything flashy the way I fell in love with you, but it suited us, and I think it still does. How we could just sit and do nothing and not feel an awkward need to fill the silence because all we needed was to be next to each other. How you went out of your way to listen to me when I was being talked over and ignored, even if it was something stupid, because you still wanted to hear it. And how when I look at you, it's like all my problems are solvable. I knew after being told my whole life I was too loud and annoying, you told me you loved the sound of my voice. I found new things I loved about you every single day, and I still do, and you make me feel seen. And not seen as some shallow notion of who I was based on my talents or how I looked or what others told you about me, but just me. When I was little, I wanted to be a princess. And I was actually pretty convinced I already was one, but that's beside the point. Because of my rancid temper and the way around me treated me, I had given up on that. I was bitter and pessimistic and convinced I'd always be that way, and convinced happily ever after wasn't real. But being with you and the way you treated me, it made me feel like a princess again. And it's okay that I'm weird because it makes you laugh, and for once it wasn't mocking, it was because you thought I was funny. And for the first time, I felt beautiful. And it almost felt like something out of a cheesy Disney Channel movie in the best way possible. And I didn't feel like second best or backup plan. I felt important. And we lived parallel lives for so long, and the only thing that prevents me from wishing I met you sooner is knowing we met exactly when you needed to. And now we stand here, and I promise to keep falling in love with you every single day. I love you, and I always will. Come hell or high water, I'll be in your corner. I love you now and always.